Good evening. Would you please join me in prayer? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening that you've given us and for the occasion that brings us together. We're here to celebrate tonight the accomplishments of these graduates, and we just thank you for the journey that you have brought them on. We thank you for these people who are here to celebrate, loved ones, family, friends, the college staff, faculty and administration that have all played a part in this, but we know the hard work was done by these students, and we thank you for the energy, we thank you for the way that you have blessed them through this time. So tonight we ask that you would be with us as we celebrate. May all that we do be in honor of you, and we pray that you would just forgive us where we fail you in so many ways, and it's in your name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Good evening. On behalf of the staff of the East Mississippi Community College Adult Education Program, I'd like to welcome you to our December 2018 graduation. We are very proud to present this evening a group of adults over here who worked very hard to earn their high school equivalency diploma. Congratulations, graduates.
Good evening, all. We are here for a joyous occasion. Graduates, I commend you for working hard, and over the last couple of weeks, I've heard there's been a ball of emotions in adult ed. They have worked with you guys, they have cried with you, they have celebrated with you, so I commend you. I do salute you. Well done. And I would also like to introduce our adult ed staff. Y'all beautiful people, would y'all stand? Let's give them a hand. Thank you guys for working hard with the graduates, with our students, and showing that you believe in what they do and that you will continue to make sure that they work and meet their goals. My task is to introduce our speaker. The community college system has imparted the knowledge and skills to many individuals, producing graduates that develop into dynamic leaders and use their acquired skills to give a hand to others to continue the cycle of leadership throughout their community. It is leaders like Mr. Kenneth Weekly, who graduated with an Associate of Arts degree as an honors graduate from Hines Community College in 1989, continuing his education at Mississippi State, receiving both Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and a Master of Public Policy and Administration degrees from MSU in 92 and 94 respectively. Mr. Wheatley's professional background includes extensive grant writing, administration, training, and project management experience in both public and private sectors. He has worked for the Mississippi Division of Public Safety Planning, Office of Justice Programs, and served 7 years as the Programs and Planning Director for DREAM Inc., a 501c3 community-based substance abuse prevention nonprofit organization, while also building a successful consulting business. As an accomplished grant writer and consultant, Mr. Wheatley has generated more than $40 million in federal, state, and foundation grant funding for various agencies and organizations throughout Mississippi. To date, he has consulted for several federal and state agencies and private foundations. Currently, Mr. Wheatley serves as the Assistant Executive Director of Research Development and the My Best Program Director at the Mississippi Community College Board. The My Best program complements the adult education department in providing technical training while completing a high school equivalent. This program focuses on learner-centered instruction and delivery, incorporates support services, and quality work experience. When not writing, reading, or training others about grants, Kenneth is a Christian who serves as a deacon at New Hope Baptist Church, and he is a devoted husband and father of 2 amazing children. You all, let's welcome Mr. Kenneth Wickley to the stage.
Good evening. Thank you, Ms. Petty, for that kind introduction. I greet you all tonight on the behalf of Dr. Andrea Mayfield, who is the Executive Director of the Mississippi Community College Board, and our 10-member Board of Directors, the State Adult Education Program, and the staff and all of the colleges across the state who are running and operating the Mississippi Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training Program, also known as My Best. Greeting to the East Mississippi Community College Interim President, Dr. Randall Bradbury, Dr. Miller, Board of Trustees members, faculty and administrators, community members and partners, as well as current and former East Mississippi My Best staff, including Dr. O'Neill Wright, Joe Cook, Jeremy Tate, Marina Skinner, Shakarla Petty, Jim Bearden, Mary Ann Latham, Melissa Mosley, and Dr. Raj Shawnat. I also want to extend a warm and heartfelt greetings to all of our parents and family members who are here tonight to celebrate in this joyous occasion. And most importantly, greetings to our graduates tonight. Thank you all for this opportunity to come and share in this very special night here at East Mississippi Community College. And again, congratulations to our graduates. You and your family should be very proud of your accomplishments, as I'm certain that you had to overcome many obstacles to get to this very special moment. As a young African-American male who was raised by his great-grandmother, I know all too well about the importance of having your family to stand beside you to help you accomplish your goals. We know that our graduates are at very different places in their journey. Some of you are completing your high school equivalency, whether through the GED exam or some other test, and are preparing to take the next steps towards a higher education or advancement in your careers. For those of you who are My Best graduates tonight, you are among more than 1,400 Mississippians who have blazed the trail for this transformative program that's launching lives and changing careers. Regardless of where you are, graduates, you have accomplished something great that many skeptics argued couldn't be done. In fact, I can still recall the negative chatter around this My Best program, and it sort of went like this. Do you really and honestly expect someone who dropped out of high school, do you really think that they're going to be able to persevere and complete their high school education? Do you think that they can do that? And at the same time, do you think that they can complete college level courses? Well, guess what, everyone? These people have. That's why we're here tonight, so congratulations to you. The achievements we are celebrating tonight are important to both you and your families because you have done the hard work to put yourselves on a pathway to good paying jobs and careers. Likewise, your efforts are also important to the economic future of Mississippi. Many of the businesses and industries in this region are seeking qualified workers that can help them grow and sustain their companies. Moreover, when new corporations are seeking to locate in Mississippi, they consider the source and the wealth of education and talent in that region. And they do all that they can to make sure that they identify the right people to fill those job openings. And the work that you put in here at East Mississippi will help position you for those job opportunities. My Best is emerging as a key solution in putting Mississippians on the road to economic prosperity. For those of you who are not familiar with the program, let me just briefly share about My Best. My Best is the Mississippi Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training Program. It is a workforce and economic development initiative that began 5 years ago through a $6 million grant investment from the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. So Kellogg as in cereal, so a lot of Frosted Flakes and Fruit Loops and all those things went into helping get this program started in our state. And we are very grateful for the Kellogg Foundation's commitment to Mississippi. So here's how My Best works. We take students without a high school diploma and we help them complete their high school equivalency by obtaining their GED, while also completing college-level courses at the same time. Students earn college-issued or industry-based credentials in nearly 180 programs that are offered across all 15 community colleges in Mississippi. Fields ranging from advanced manufacturing, automotive repair, accounting technology, welding to healthcare, and numerous other programs of study. My Best provides support services such as transportation and child care assistance to remove barriers to participation so that we can ensure that our students persist and complete their programs like you all have done. We offer financial assistance so the students can participate in the program at little to no cost. But let me just take this time to tell you, the heart and soul of this My Best program is the dedicated student navigators such as Mr. Jeremy Tate and Ms. Miranda Skinner. They work day in and day out to direct and encourage My Best students, as well as all adult education students, to complete their journey. In addition to the academic support that student navigators provide, they also help with things such as resume preparation, job applications, job interviewing skills. They even help with relationship advice and life problems in general. And honestly, if the students need help or need anything, and of course I should add, if it's legal, the navigators do it. So let's, at this time, please, let's applaud Jeremy and Ms. Miranda for their dedication to these students. We simply cannot say enough about their role in this program. Neither can we say enough about the support of our project coordinators like Dr. O'Neill Wright and other faculty members and administrators and all of our teachers who put all of the hard work in to ensure that our students are successful. So thank you all so much for your commitment to this program. Now, actually, one of the best ways to highlight the success of this My Best program, as well as the journey of most of our adult education students, is to tell some of the powerful stories that we've heard from over the 1,400 students that are participating in this program. But unfortunately, I do not have the time to do that tonight, because this is not about me, it is about them. But what I will do is share just one brief story of one of your very own students who has been very successful in their endeavor. Mr. Torrin Phillips, a young African-American male, enrolled in the My Best program at East Mississippi in the fall of 2017. At that time, he was working at Petco Foods, making less than $8 an hour. Torrin's main focus was creating a better life for his son. To do so, he knew he had to get a job and obtain his GED, something that he had put off for over 9 years. For 4 months, Torrin worked 8 to 10 hours while attending 2 different classes in manufacturing pathway. He would go to his GED class first, and then go to his manufacturing skills class. This rigorous schedule soon paid off for him. Torrin completed his high school equivalency and received his National Career Readiness Certificate. He also obtained the manufacturing skills certification along with several other certifications. Torrin completed the My Best program, and today he's working full-time at Yokohama Tire, making $18 an hour. So he doubled. Awesome. Because of your persistence, each of you graduating today are following in Torrin's footsteps. We will build on your success as we plan the next phase of this transformative program. For example, we want to increase the number of employers that are participating in the program so that more students can participate in paid and perhaps even unpaid internship programs, so that more graduates can be hired and hired with experience that helps you actually when you go in for a job interview. If you have experience, it gives you the little edge. And so we're going to be adding that to the program. We also want to make My Best more flexible by offering more weekend and night classes so that students that are working and having to still take care of their family and still pursue their dreams will have that option to do so. And we want to create more community-based partnerships so that we can reach out to even more Mississippians who are in need, including individuals that are aging out of the foster care system and individuals who are returning citizens who have paid their debt to society. Now, as I consider what I might say tonight that can help lift you on to your next journey, I settled on a compendium called Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, also known as the Bible, the Bible. Regardless of whether you believe in God or even attend church, I believe the good book offers life principles that we all can use. I've chosen one of my favorite verses to frame this speech, and what I think is a very highly and instructive verse that provides a roadmap for life. And that is taken from the book of Micah, the 6th chapter and the 8th verse, which says, "He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of thee? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God." First, act justly. To me, what this means is choosing to do the right thing. Choose to do the right thing. This is something that I try to role model each and every day for my 2 children in their lives. And actually, I just want to share briefly a little story where when I was a young child, I needed a little help in understanding when and why you should do the right thing. Now, this may date me when I tell you this, but how many of you all are familiar with the little ice cream treat called a push-up? Raise your hands. It was very popular when I was a child. Well, when I was a child, I was probably about 5 or 6 years old, and there was a neighborhood grocery store called Chiplin's Grocery. I grew up in a town called Vicksburg, Mississippi. And on this particular day, I went to the grocery store with my cousin, and his name's Albert, but now his family name is Bug, B-U-G. So that tells you the type of character Bug is, right? So Bug was 11, and I was about 5 or 6. Well, I didn't have any money, probably really didn't know much about what money was at 5 or 6 years old. And so Bug, being older, I think he was about 12, he dared me to get a push-up out of the ice cream. I had to slide the door back and grab the little push-up ice cream and take a bite from it. Well, sure enough, I was stupid enough to do it, and as soon as I took that bite from that push-up, you know what he said? "Ooh, I'm gonna tell my dear." So sure enough, we took a very long walk back home, and my great-grandmother, who raised me from 2 months old, marched me back to that store. She made me apologize to the store owner. And then she did something that would probably be considered child abuse today. And I'll never forget it because it was an old country store, and it was during the summer. And every time someone would come through that door, I can remember that bright sunlight coming through that door as she was tearing my behind up. And another thing that I'll never forget, on that door was a cowbell. So every time somebody came in that door, it clanged. And it's mighty odd that I ended up going to Mississippi State University. How about that? So always choose to do right, and don't let it be because someone had to help you to make that decision like my great-grandmother did. But because of that, you all, it changed my life. So to this day, everybody in this room, you can empty your entire wallets, all of your purses, and put it right on this table. And you could come back next week, and every penny will be right there, because I'm not going to touch it. So I learned a very valuable lesson about stealing, and I hope and sure all of us have had those very similar lessons along the way. So choose to do right. You know, I've never heard of any baby being born hating another person. Why is that? I believe it's because we were not created to hate one another. Or for that matter, neither were we created to harm one another. Yet, we have allowed many learned behaviors to keep us from loving each other, from helping each other, from trusting each other. Now, I'm not naive to think that it's always easy to do right. Moreover, graduates, choosing to do the right thing oftentimes will require you to stand alone. to stand firm in your convictions, and even to stand in the gap for those who cannot stand up for themselves. And yes, choosing to do the right thing will sometimes require you to be brave in the face of danger and adversity. I trust that everyone in this room has been faced with difficult decisions in which you may have had to choose to go left, but instead you've gone right. Times in which you should have spoken out, yet remained silent. Times in which you should have given, but instead chose to take. No matter the circumstances, there's always that small, still voice within us that points us in the right direction. But are we listening? Oftentimes, we fail to yield to that innate warnings that are programmed into us by the one in whose image we are created. So I challenge you, graduates, from this point forward, to listen more intently to that small, still voice and to always choose to do right. Choose to do right also means that you don't judge a book by its cover. Now, if you think about it, tonight, that's what we're doing through this celebration. This is what adult education here at East Mississippi and the My Best program here at East Mississippi Community Colleges has done. Conventional wisdom would have it that you all wouldn't be sitting in those seats tonight, but you've defied that. You've overcome the odds because of the support and the assistance of your teachers and the dedicated staff here at East Mississippi. And they didn't judge you because of your past, and they didn't give up on you. So make sure that you always do the same and do not judge others by the book cover. Treat others the way that you want to be treated. Simply live by the golden rule. Secondly, love mercy. I encourage you, and no, I implore you, to have mercy in your heart as you journey through life. Just a simple act of kindness can have a profound impact on someone's life, and it can change so many negative perceptions. Somehow, today in America, we have lost compassion for our fellow man. Strive to be compassionate in your approach to life, both at home and at work, and especially when you find yourselves, and I know each one of you all will in your careers one day, when you find yourselves in positions of authority, always dispense that judgment and that authority with compassion. I challenge you to give yourself and your time and your resources, not only during Christmas, but all year round, to help those that are less fortunate than you. Thirdly, walk humbly with your God. Graduates, the temptation to become high and mighty when you experience great successes in your life, as you accomplish your great things with your lives, do so with great humility, realizing that whatever you achieve and obtain in life, it is because of God's grace and mercy. And never forget those who have helped you along the way, because seldom in life do we ever achieve great things by ourselves. We're always standing on someone else's shoulders. So never forget to reach back and thank those that have helped you and help someone else along the way. Always keep in mind that when God blesses you, it's not always you that he has in mind when he sends those blessings. Rather, he oftentimes chooses to bless others through us. So what's the takeaway here? Always be generous. Last but not least, do not be so consumed with always asking for things for yourself. Instead, be thankful for the things that God has already given you, and be thankful for the things that he saved you from. Let your attitude always be an attitude of gratitude. Spend time thanking him for the second chances in life, which is why we're here tonight celebrating you. And above all, always thank him for his unspeakable gift. I hope these brief words have encouraged you and inspired you tonight. Serving as your commencement speaker has truly been an honor for me, and in fact, it's actually been a first for myself and for my staff. And I just want to point out two ladies that are on the front row, Ms. Nikitna Barnes and Dr. Gloria Mawase, who have been with me on this journey to building this program that's helping people all across our state and that's being recognized nationally for the impact that it's having. Thank you all for this opportunity. To the East Mississippi Community College family and the community, thank you, God bless you, Merry Christmas and much success to you all graduates. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Wheatley. I can't wait to go out and get one of those orange sherbet push-ups. Am I going to hear the cowbell, or am I going to think about your great-grandma working your tail? Thank you so much. Very inspirational. So all I have to say, Dr. Wright, is my name was on the program too many times. Because there's really nothing that I could add. And you know, my favorite part of this particular graduation exercise is exactly what Mr. Wheatley referred to earlier, the stories that our graduates can tell. So I'm not going to delay that part. I'm going to say, let's move on and let's hear the stories of you, the graduates, and congratulations to you. And I'm looking forward to hearing you speak tonight.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Wow. Look at y'all. Indeed, I'm very, very happy to be here tonight. This is a wonderful occasion. We've worked hard. Graduates, you've worked very, very hard, right? Nelson Mandela says, it always seems impossible until it's done. And you did it. That's what I'm saying. What's up? Congratulations. All right. Now, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. If you have your handkerchief, if you have your tissues, prepare yourself. We've got to that part of the program where tonight we'll have our graduates come up and share a few words with you. We'll begin tonight with Mr. Charles Matthew Green, followed by Ms. Hannah Spencer, then Mr. Desmond Williams, Ms. Precious Robinson, and we'll end with Ms. Sherry Navoni. So let's begin with Charles Matthew Green.
Hey everyone, my name is Matt Green. I promise I'm not going to make you cry tonight. But I started Smart Start back in early June. Ms. Atkins helped me through that a lot. I just want to say I appreciate all the teachers and the staff here tonight and for helping everybody through. And I don't really have a lot to say, but I will say this helped me through so much. And I remember I was homeschooled for about 5 or 6 years, and I remember this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be able to walk across the stage and grab my diploma. And so this is a dream come true to me. So I want to thank everybody here tonight, and that's really all I have to say. And I can't wait to look forward to see what the future holds. So.
Good evening. Honestly, I'm a little nervous. When I first came to the GED classes, I was extremely unsure of everything, of where I would go, what I would do, where I could go. But after my mom brought me up here, and I met all of the staff, I realized that maybe things could be a lot better than they were. So I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity, and I'm very glad that I'm able to experience graduating with this wonderful group over here. And I'm very grateful to all of you for coming and showing y'all support for us. And honestly, if it wasn't for this opportunity, I'm not sure where I would be anytime soon. And I'm very excited for what the future holds, not just for me, but for all of us and everyone in this program and everyone here. So thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you to all the graduates. Thank you to all of my teachers, everyone in our program. That's all I got.
Good evening. My name is Precious Robinson, and I started this GED program back last year in October. I didn't want to speak, but I had to. So, okay. First, I would like to thank Dr. O'Neill and the staff here at the lunch pad. Ms. Houston, Ms. Atkins, Ms. McQuarrie, Ms. Lathan, Ms. Gavin, Mr. Tate, and Miss Jenny, and Miss Miranda also. And Miss Jenny will always greet us in the morning. But this has been a long journey for me, from starting and stopping and starting back. Okay. This time I told myself I was going to finish. I had people in my corner pushing me to continue and not to give up. It wasn't easy, and the test sure wasn't easy. For me, having to leave school to help my kids with homework and then stay up late to do my homework and study, and the next day do it all over again. I really appreciate the help from all the staff here at the lunch pad. They are willing to go over and beyond to help me and others to accomplish our goals. A special thanks to Mr. Atkins, which he is from the Scuba campus, Ms. Miranda, and Mrs. Dismuth for your one-on-one help. And there's a new teacher that I didn't get your name, Ms. Thompson. She was there the last day that I took my test, and she was in there praying with me, because Lord, I needed it. And I thank you so much. Yeah. And yeah, sometimes you have to strive a little harder if you want to succeed. The workshop we had was very successful. I passed my final test on Wednesday, the one that I struggled the hardest with, the social studies. I sat in the Atkins room waiting for my scores to pull up. So finally my scores pulled up, and the first person I found was Dr. O'Neill. And we hugged and laughed and had such a good time. But this has been a great journey for me, and I want to commend everyone for their help, and to let people know that if you haven't graduated, and I'm so nervous. If you haven't graduated, there are people out here to help you. And I thank you, and I'm on to my next journey. Thank you.
Whew. Well, first off, I would like to thank God for making this opportunity possible for me. And for having a caring family and a loving girlfriend. Started off in January, I started ABE. I didn't like it though. We had a couple kids out there, so I went back to my main teacher, Miss Disney, and yeah, it turned out pretty good for me. She pushed me through this whole thing. It was days, I couldn't get to class, I was stressed, But it all come with it, and I outcome the bad and made it a positive thing. So, yeah, thank y'all.
evening, everybody. First, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I really was not going to do this, but I was coaxed and pushed a little bit by a wonderful teacher and mentor. She's really been by my side for this whole program and been very patient with me. But my name is Sharon. I'm 40 years old. I have 4 children and 2 grandbabies. With that being said, life started very early. I had to leave high school to provide for my family, which came first. I attempted 3 separate times to obtain my GED. Each time, life happened. Family had come first. First, daughter went in the hospital. I had to take time and my mother in the hospital. So each time my GED had to take a back seat. As I've gotten older and my children have grown and gotten older, I want more in life for my family and myself. It never matters how old you get. It never matters what you've got going on. I decided with the help of friends and family pushing me, it was time to finally obtain my GED and further my education. Well, I did it. GED and Work East Gold obtained. I have been in retail management for most of my life. I want to further that, so I will be enrolling in the business management technology programs. This day means so much to me and is extra important to me because I sat in this very audience last year in December and I watched my baby girl obtain her GED. She was a huge inspiration for me. Thank you. I want to close by saying, once again, it is never too late. You are never too old to further yourself and your education. Thank you to everyone who has helped me through this road. Thank you.
Okay, we have one more graduate who'd like to speak. We have a last minute addition. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Olivia Tate. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight to watch us graduate or whatever. I'm really not prepared, but I'm just safe from my heart or whatever. Okay, I dropped out of high school last year, my last month of high school, 12th grade year. Not because I was dumb or anything, but because of other things, my behavior and stuff like that. But it was really hard for me last year. I lost both of my grandparents on the same day last year. So my biggest goal was, before my grandma passed, all she wanted me to do was graduate high school. And I feel like I failed her because I didn't, get through with it or whatever. But my biggest goal was to get my GED, and further my education. This is not where it stops for me. My goal is to be a pharmacist, a pharmacy technician, which will later be a pharmacist, but you gotta start somewhere, so. But, I don't know, I'm trying not to practice, I don't wanna mess up my makeup, but I really thank Mr. Jeremy Tate, that's my dad actually. he really pushed me more than anybody else to come and, get it. And my mom, she pushed me as well. My family, I thank y'all so much for coming out. And I want to thank all my teachers and everybody else for pushing me and believing in me. I didn't really have to go through the whole program, I just took my test. Y'all believed in me. Y'all knew I could do it, and I did it in a month. And I got my GED, so thank y'all for helping me.
Kill your dad. Okay. I'm just playing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen the graduates, and now we're going to have a special presentation of all our graduates. And thank you guys so much for participating. I know it took a lot of guts for you to come up here and share that with us. But now it's your time to shine. That's right. Absolutely.
Good evening. As I call each row up, which will be the first row, you'll step forward as I call your name to accept your diploma. Will the first row please stand? Sean Baxter. Sean has registered for the spring diesel mechanic classes and the automotive technology program in the fall. Adeline Buckler. Adeline plans to attend college in the spring. Derek Bush. Derek plans to enroll in college and training courses to obtain employment. He said, never give up, never quit. Anything is possible. Now he is enrolled in construction classes. Dixie June Coleman. Dixie is enrolled in classes at EMCC and Scuba. She would like to thank God and her family members for pushing her to do her best. Bertha Cooper. Bertha plans to attend the CDL program here at EMCC, and she wants to thank God and everyone at the launch pad. Matthew Sear. Anthony Davis. Anthony has plans to attend college here at EMCC. Jamad Deloach. Jamad has plans to enroll in the automotive technology program here at EMCC. Matt Green. Matt also has plans to attend and enroll here at EMCC in the spring. Will Green. Will also has plans to enroll here at EMCC. Tequila Griffin. She plans to attend college. She says, I would like to thank everyone who believed in me. Amberly Hatch. Amberly has plans to become a CNA, take classes while she works, and get into the surgical tech program here at EMCC. Hannah Elizabeth Jackson. Hannah's future is invested in caring for her children, working, and furthering her education. Hannah is thankful for God's grace, which got her here, and her family and friends that never gave up on her. Kristen Taylor Lane. Kristen has plans to become an RN and travel, thanks to everyone who encouraged her and never gave up. Randy Mast. Randy would like to thank the staff at the launch pad. Malcolm McGee. Malcolm plans to enroll in the welding program and the commercial truck driving program. Sherry Navani. Sherry plans to attend college. She believes it's never too late to better yourself. Hunter W. Perringer. Hunter would like to thank his grandmother, Betty, his mama, Aunt Sue, Aunt Carol, and everyone who made it possible for him to graduate. Donovan Prather. Donovan has plans to attend classes here at EMCC in welding or automotive. He would like to thank Ms. Suddeth for making him attend classes and finish. John A. Rice. John has plans to attend theology seminary school. Lisa Ricks. Lisa will continue working. She thanks the Launchpad for our program and for the teachers. Precious Robinson. Precious has plans to further her education and says it's a blessing to finally complete my high school equivalency test. Ranger Robinson. Ranger has plans to attend classes here at EMCC. JT Selby. JT wants to get his CDL license to become a truck driver for a local company. Hannah Danielle Spencer. Hannah's plans are to enroll in computer programming classes here at EMCC. Olivia Renee Tate. Olivia's plans are to finish the My Best program with her certification in pharmacy technology. She will also enroll in EMCC this fall to start working toward her associate's degree. Alex Scott Weathers. Alex's plans are to attend college. Jimmy Witherspoon. Jimmy has plans to train for a CDL. Jimmy believes hard work does pay off. Amen. Desmond Williams. Desmond has plans to enroll in the truck driving program or the industrial maintenance program in the EMCC.
Okay, Dr. Wright, let's make it official. Okay, let's do this. Let's move your tassel from the right to the left, signifying graduation. And by the powers vested in me by the Board of Trustees of East Mississippi Community College in the state of Mississippi, I award you the high school equivalency diploma and all the rights and privileges that it brings.
Yes. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations, everybody. My heart is full. It's been a journey. It's been a journey, but you guys did it. You persevered, you pushed through, you made it happen. I had to look for a few y'all, but hey, you know what's up. And I'm so excited. Thank you so much to Mr. Weekly for agreeing to be our speaker this afternoon. Indeed, we are grateful. And we're grateful for My Best and what My Best is doing. By the way, let me take a moment to acknowledge the stoves. We've got a little stoves, a little cords going on this year, huh? We got a little fancy on it. All right, so the red cord signifies Smart Start. Yep, see those? Very nice, very nice. The white cord signifies My Best. So everybody's wearing a white cord tonight. It's one of our My Best students. Great job. All right. Whew. We set out this graduation event to complete 30 graduates. I believe at last count, we're somewhere around 33, 34 completers. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving the graduates one more time. And yes, miracles do happen, because about a couple of weeks ago, we weren't even halfway there. But God came through and showed out, didn't he? All right, now, I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to acknowledge the staff and faculty and teachers, instructors of the Adult Ed Launchpad who has made this happen. Let me begin by acknowledging my assistant director and our transition specialist, Ms. Marianne Latham. She in the back. There she is right here. Okay, hi, Marianne. Awesome. Now, let me acknowledge, we have a big staff and we're expanding. Let me take a moment to acknowledge all of our instructors. Would our instructors please stand? All of our instructors, please stand. All good. I could get on the road, but I'm not gonna do that. Thank you all very much for your hard work in making this happen. Will all the staff members of the Adult Ed Launchpad please stand? We've got some people in the back as well. Wonderful. All right, now let me take a moment to acknowledge our administration here, all the administrators who are with us today from East Mississippi Community College. Please stand. Let me acknowledge administrators, Mrs. Shapiro Petty. Okay, wonderful, excellent. I'd like to take a moment to do a special tribute to our graduates. I'm not gonna sing. This is a moment for us to acknowledge, and I want to do things a little differently this year. This year we want to award All right, so this year we're gonna do something a little bit differently. We have our graduate who has the highest, well, GED score, something like that, right? And our graduate tonight, who's receiving the highest GED score award, will be Ms. Hannah Spencer. Hannah? Thank you, Hannah. She's gonna avoid that camera. You saw that? She's a professional. All right. The next person that we're gonna acknowledge tonight is the graduate who has the highest HiSET score. So for those of you who don't know, we basically have two tests that will give you high school equivalency diploma. One is the GED, the other one is the HiSET. Tonight's award recipient is Mr. Matthew Sear. All right. Now, this year we decided to do something just a little bit differently. The next award we're going to give out is one that I would like to call the Award for Grit. This is the graduate who I believe is, who we believe, is the most improved, the graduate who has stuck through it, the graduate who was consistent, the graduate who's overcome a lot, and actually could award this award to all of our graduates. But tonight's special recipient is, of course, Mr. J.T. Sylvie. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Ms. Atkins, and thank you for helping out with that. And thank you, JT. Congratulations. Once again, congratulations to all of our graduates. I cannot emphasize enough how excited we are. Thank you so much to Mr. Sher Dismuke for the wonderful presentation. You never fail to bring me to tears. Thank you so much. All right. That basically wraps up all my remarks. This time, we will have a recessional. So please stand for a recession.